Hello, this is Brian Casey of the Imaging Wire. We are here at ECR 2026, the annual meeting of the European Congress of Radiology. And we are here right now with Kicky van Leeuwen. She is with Romion Health, and they do AI monitoring services and publish all kinds of great research. Kicky, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much for welcoming me.
So, Kicky, we had you on a couple years ago, but can you remind us what Romion Health does?
Yes, so we support healthcare organizations with the responsible adoption of AI throughout Europe because we see there's enough challenges and the potential is there for AI to really change the future of healthcare and support the sustainability of our healthcare system. But I think it's also important that we are critical on what really helps in that purpose and not see it just as our nice to have tool to play around with.
Right, exactly. So what sort of things do you guys do at Romion?
Yeah, we have three main pillars that we work on. So the first one is project management consultancy. So across Europe, we support projects, usually when they're a bit bigger, so on regional, national level, sometimes also for individual hospitals, with the adoption process. It can be on the strategy, governance, procurement, evaluation, and of course the implementation of these solutions. And the second one is education. The AI Act now also demands AI literacy as a very important factor for bringing in AI into clinical setting. And so we do deliver a lot of training on that. We guide AI project leads, so build the competence in-house of the organizations to do those projects themselves in a responsible way. Making learning plans as well for those organizations, how are they going to ensure AI literacy throughout the organization. And then third, we have the one Health AI Register. It's the platform that came out of my PhD I did previously at the Radboud University Medical Center, where we increased in transparency in the field of AI by listing all the CE-marked AI solutions available in Europe.
Yeah. Have you seen any major changes in the CE marking recently, or are the AI developers continuing to kind of come out with new products that are getting CE marked?
Yeah, there is definitely still a growing market, so there's more solutions coming to market. Today we're actually at 299, so we're waiting to cross the 300.
Who will be the lucky 300?
I just heard that there's announcements from yesterday from one of the companies, ADOC, that they're launching another 15 AI solutions.
Oh my gosh,
so
wow.
We're going to go from 299 to directly 314 and not just 300.
Exciting, exciting.
So that's definitely changing, but there's actually less companies that are providing them. So in a recent blog that we wrote, we did the analysis on this, and only 15% of the companies are today providing 50% of all the solutions out there.
Well, there's been a lot of market consolidation, as we saw this week, with RadNet and Deep Health buying
Gleamer.
Gleamer, thank you.
Buying
Gleamer, and then also Medimaps and Radiobotics, the merger. So, Kicky, we're kind of at a point in Europe where AI, it's really exciting. AI is really being adopted on a pretty wide scale, and there's actually some news from your home country, the Netherlands, about AI adoption. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I think that's very exciting because we're one of those use cases where I feel like AI already for years has so much potential to really change the way of working, not just be that add-on, but also really bring that benefit of more efficiency and quality, and that is in the breast cancer screening. We've of course seen in a few countries already that it's being adopted, mostly in Denmark and Sweden, where they're using it on a daily basis to assess the mammograms. And also in the Netherlands now we're preparing for the implementation of AI in the screening program. It's a long process. We have a national screening program, so there's a lot of checks and balances we need to go through. But we hope to bring that to practice where we are lucky to be involved in as well.
That is super exciting. So we're really going to see AI being used in a real-world breast screening program, kind of like what was done with the Masai trial, but this is actually going to be, women every day getting AI looking at their mammograms.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
All right, so Kicky, it's great to have you. Any other thoughts about where we're going with AI and maybe some advice for institutions that are thinking about adopting AI, how they can maybe do it responsibly?
In this short video, that's a very difficult question to answer, but I think one thing is also it's important to have realistic expectations of what is possible today. I think it is a technology that really in some years' time we cannot imagine how we've ever done without, and it's getting in like the reporting and not only in the imaging anymore, and also we see now outside of radiology where we're also working in, it's also now getting its ground. So it's going to be part of the whole hospital infrastructure, and we have to take it step by step. I'm really convinced this is not a revolution, but really an evolution, and all these little steps, and maybe even today if we are still not really seeing that return on investment, or it's this small use case and it has maybe limited impact. I think all these pieces of the puzzle added together at some point come to a new way of working that really we couldn't have imagined ever doing without.
Perfect. Well, I am looking forward to seeing that future. Kicky van Leeuwen of Romion Health, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks very much.
Signing off from ECR 2026, my name is Brian Casey.